How long do poodles stay in heat? As a pet owner, it is important to understand the reproductive cycle of your dog, especially if you have a female poodle. Like many other dog breeds, poodles undergo a reproductive cycle that includes different stages, such as the heat cycle. During a poodle's heat cycle, the body undergoes numerous changes, including hormonal fluctuations, which result in the release of eggs from the ovaries. This, in turn, leads to behaviors like restlessness, increased urine marking, and the attraction of male dogs. As such, it's important to understand how long your poodle will stay in heat to ensure their well-being and avoid unwanted pregnancies. In this article, we'll outline everything you need to know about the poodle heat cycle, including its duration, symptoms, and how to handle your dog during this period. What is the poodle heat cycle? The heat cycle, also known as the estrus cycle, is a cycle that adult female dogs go through to prepare the body for conception. The cycle length and frequency vary from breed to breed, with poodles having an average cycle length of 21 days. The poodle heat cycle is divided into 4 stages, which are 1. Proestrus. This is the initial stage and usually lasts 7 to 10 days. During this stage, the body prepares for ovulation, which is signaled by an increase in estrogen levels. Symptoms of the proestrus stage include swelling of the vulva and mild bleeding. 2. Estrus. This is the crucial stage of the cycle that usually lasts up to 10 days. The dog is most fertile during this period, and the estrogen levels reach the highest level. It is essential to note that females are attractive to males and may try to escape to find a mate during this period. Symptoms of estrus include a noticeable change in behavior, including a relaxed tail, a softer and more playful demeanor, and more frequent urination. 3. Diestrus. This is the stage where the body prepares for pregnancy and the progesterone levels rise. If the dog is not pregnant, this stage typically lasts for 60 to 90 days. If the dog becomes pregnant, this stage may last up to 63 to 65 days. 4. Anestrus. This is the period when the body is at rest and the dog is not in heat. It usually lasts for about 4 to 5 months before the cycle starts again. How long do poodles stay in heat? As mentioned earlier, the poodle heat cycle typically lasts for 3 weeks, with some minor deviations observed from one dog to another. The begin and end dates of the cycle are quite variable. You may notice that your poodle may spend more or less time in heat than the average 21 days. It's important to note that poodles may become pregnant during their cycle, and it's important to keep them away from male dogs or consider neutering to avoid unwanted litters. If you are not planning on letting your poodle have litters, it's advised to have them spayed before their first heat cycle averts any chances. How to handle your poodle during heat. It's important to keep your poodle safe during their heat cycle. Here are some tips to keep in mind. 1. Make sure that your poodle is never unsupervised so that they can't wander off to find a mate. 2. Consider allowing your dog to wear dog diapers or an estrus band to prevent bloodstains in the house and beddings. 3. Keep them away from male dogs, even if they're not in your yard. 4. Keep them away from kids and other dogs that may bother them. 5. Keep your poodle happy and entertained. During this time, your poodle may feel moody or anxious, so make sure to play some games or do an activity to keep them occupied. Conclusion. In conclusion, it's essential to understand your dog's reproductive cycle to keep them healthy and safe. The poodle heat cycle lasts for about 3 weeks, with small variations from one individual to another. It's important to keep your poodle under supervision, remove access to male dogs, and keep them entertained during this period. If you're planning not to breed your poodle, consider spaying her before her first heat cycle starts. By taking these precautions, you can ensure your poodle's well-being and avoid unwanted litters from occurring.